People believed this plant didn't just kill you, it followed you. The legend of the Mandrake root. Long before medicine had names, before science tried to explain fear, people believed that some plants were not born from soil alone. They believed the mandrake was one of them. In medieval Europe, the mandrake was whispered about, never spoken of loudly. Farmers avoided the place where it grew. Travelers marked its location with stone, then walked away without looking back. Because the mandrake was not considered a plant, it was believed to be a living thing trapped underground. Its root often resembled the shape of a human body, a twisted torso, arms bent as if reaching, legs fused together. To medieval eyes, this was no coincidence. They believed the mandrake was born from the screams of the dead, from the soil beneath gallows, from the last breath of executed men, and like humans, it was believed to feel pain. According to legend, when the mandrake was pulled from the earth, it released a scream so powerful that it could shatter the mind of anyone who heard it. Some said the scream caused instant death. Others claimed it drove people into madness, wandering forests, tearing at their own ears, begging for silence that never came. For this reason, no one dared to harvest it directly. Instead, a ritual was followed. The harvester would approach the plant at dusk, when the world was neither day nor night. They would loosen the soil carefully, never touching the root. Then a rope was tied around the mandrake and the other end around the neck of a black dog. The harvester would step back, cover the ears, and call the dog. The dog would pull, and in the moment the mandrake left the ground, the scream would be released, the dog would collapse or dead. The human would survive. And the mandrake, silent now, would belong to its new master. But survival did not mean safety. Legends warned that owning a mandrake was dangerous. The root was believed to bring wealth, fertility, and protection. Coins would appear, crops would grow, enemies would fall ill. Yet the price was never clear at first. Some stories claim the mandrake demanded care. It had to be washed in wine, wrapped in silk, hidden from sunlight. At night, it was said to whisper, not words, but dreams, dreams that were not your own. Those who slept near it would wake feeling watched, as if something underground had followed them inside. In darker tales, the mandrake grew jealous. If neglected, it brought sickness. If sold, it brought ruin. If mocked, it brought death. People said the mandrake did not forget. In some regions, the root was dressed like a child and fed drops of milk. Others locked it away in chests, only opening them during rituals or desperate times. Because once you owned a mandrake, you were never truly alone. The church condemned it, healers feared it, kings vowed it, and common people spoke its name only in whispers. Over time, the stories faded, the rituals disappeared, the screams were no longer heard, but the legend remained. A reminder that long ago people believed the earth itself could cry out, and that some roots were better left buried. Why people truly feared the mandrake? These fears did not come from imagination alone. They were shaped by pain, darkness, and the lack of knowledge. First, there was the body's reaction. People who touched or consumed parts of the mandrake often experienced dizziness, confusion, and terrifying hallucinations. Some collapsed suddenly, Others spoke to things no one else could see. To ancient eyes, this was not poisoning, it was possession. Second, there was the danger of death. Improper use of the mandrake could slow breathing, causes unconsciousness, and in some cases lead to death. When someone died shortly after encountering the plant, the story did not end with a warning. It became a curse. Third, there was the power of belief itself. In a world without science, fear spread faster than truth. Once people believed the mandrake could scream, every sound in the night confirmed it. Every death reinforced it. Every story made the next one more believable. Fear did not need proof, it only needed repetition. Centuries later, this ancient fear survived in popular culture, even appearing in stories like Harry Potter, where the mandrake's scream is still deadly. What science knows today? For centuries, the mandrake was feared as a creature of magic. Today, we know it as something far more human, a plant with the power to alter the mind. Mandrake belongs to the nightshade family, a group of plants both healing and dangerous. When ancient healers used its root, they were not summoning spirits, they were triggering chemistry. The mandrake contains compounds that affect the nervous system. In small amounts, they can cause sleepiness and confusion. In larger amounts, hallucination and loss of consciousness. To someone living in a world without science, this felt like crossing into another reality. And then there was the shape, pulled from the earth. The root often resembled the human form, arms, legs, a twisted torso. The brain does not question such things. It recognizes itself. What we now call pareidolia turned the root into a being. Even the scream has an explanation. Roots breaking free from wet soil and release sharp, sudden sounds. In silence at night, surrounded by fear, the sound became a voice. The mandrake was never alive, but it was never harmless either. Misuse could kill, and the danger misunderstood became legend. What once belonged to magic now belongs to science, but the story remains because humans remember fear longer than facts. The mandrake never screamed, but it taught humanity how fear turns nature into legend. If you enjoy stories where nature, fear, and science collide, stay with this story for more legends hidden in plants. The next one is already waiting.